head, just relax. Nice.
Always gets me.
Breath in. And see, his actually did get even better. And relax. Because you can see how the volume is much larger in here. Because even though Hey everybody, Dr. Bain got another patient here, Ethan. He's 16 years old, and he presented to our office now about a little less than a month ago. So we've seen him maybe 5 or 6 times now, I think. And he came in because 5-ish years ago, he saw an old school chiropractor, and a lot of you know there's a big set of reasons why I'm not doing this the old way. And so unfortunately, he had an old school chiropractic visit, and actually ended up going deaf in his right ear from that visit, and now has a lot of vertigo and balance problems and breathing issues. But so far already, the breathing issues are pretty much all the way gone. The vertigo is improved by probably about 60-70%, and we're starting to actually get kind of slight sounds and ringing into that right deaf ear. So his hearing is actually starting to come back, which is awesome. So we're just going to show you a typical visit with him, and I see a lot of peds, and I love seeing peds. So let's get a picture of your posture here. So just stand there facing this way. Let me pull up my camera here. Okay, nice big breath in, and let it go. Nice, sweet. Okay, let's take a look here. Oh, so weird. Why is that not working? It's not showing his travel card. Okay, I got it though. Then you are able. Okay. Let the arms relax for me. Look down a bit. And back to normal. Good. Look up. Back to normal. And I wish I'd had his first visit on video. Look to the right, straight ahead. Because as I'm sure he'd love to tell you, but he's a teenager, so I'm not going to force him to talk about it. First visit, he was very forward, really, really poor posture, and it was causing a lot of brainstem tension, which I talk about. And just from doing very little bits of work on him, full body went crazy, like sweating and a lot of redness in the face because he had more blood flow, because that's one of the other problems when you have very poor posture is the blood flow gets cut off. And once again, poor posture is forward. So that's why I bring these bones backwards in the opposite direction, because pushing more forward actually causes more brain tension. So that's why he ended up going deaf in his right ear from doing this the old way, old school chiropractic, because they pushed him more forward, unfortunately. Okay, back right here. So I found his first 4 bones, so we're gonna do that. Cross the left arm onto the right, please. Yes, just like that. Okay, look straight ahead. Shoulders relaxed. Pressure's gonna come up here. Let the head just relax. Nice.
Always gets me.
Let the head just relax. Nice. Let the head just relax. Nice. And he hates the sounds and all the feelings, so sometimes folks just don't like it. That's okay. There we go.
It's hard to forget my first visit.
Yes.
When I was passed out.
Yeah, so when people have a lot of brainstem tension for long periods of time like he did, and as bad as he did, like you'll probably see in the posture pictures I'll show you, they can get almost this overreaction when you first change the posture very rapidly, because it's like a kinked hose. It's been kinked, it's been kinked, it's been kinked, and then I'm the first person to change that posture so radically that it's like a rush of communication to the brain. So a lot of people, when it's that bad, can have these really crazy reactions. Like I said, I wish I had it on video, because it's just one of those ones where people will never believe me if they had been there, unless they were there. They wouldn't believe me unless they actually saw it happen, because it was one of those crazy ones. But no more like that. So luckily, one-time thing. Feet right here for me, just like that.
It'd be pretty funny to have happen again, though.
Well, then they probably believe me.
They probably would.
A lot of people are probably watching this right now thinking, "There's no way he was deaf and starting to get his hearing back." But I tell the facts. The facts of the case. Okay.
Well, it went from being able to hear nothing and then having ringing in it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because people usually attribute ringing in the ears as a bad thing, but when you're going from deaf to being able to hear ringing in the ear, that means that the nerve is firing.
It's a big step.
Okay, now I'm going to show them your breathing because we'll see if the breathing's bad enough to do anything. Okay, just give her a sec. Okay, take a nice deep breath. Relax. So once again, Ethan's is also pretty. Relax. So once again, Ethan's is also pretty good, but I'll do a little bit because I think it could get a little bit better. So I'm just going to move these real gentle. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, deep breath in. And see, his actually did get even better. And relax. Because you can see how the volume is much larger in here. Because even though breath in, and see, his actually did get even better. And relax. Because you can see how the volume is much larger in here. Because even though breath in, and see, his actually did get even better. And relax. Because you can see how the volume is much larger in here. Because even though I was expanding the first time, the volume of that was getting in wasn't as good. Awesome. Stand right on this side here for me. Nice. There we go. Untuck my dress shirt, or my tie. This is why I did bow ties. Okay. You can also see after I did that how much taller he got after I moved the ribs. I'm sure he could feel it because he stood up and he was like, wait, why am I so much taller?
I got up and I thought, did the room get a little lower?
Yeah, so he even got that much taller literally just by doing his feet and by doing very gently just mobilizing his ribs there because they were just a little stuck and they could have been a little better. Nice. And see, at his age group, you don't find a whole lot. That's all I already have to do and that's it. So I'm gonna get a picture from you here. So just stand right next to that leg of the bench again. Okay, nice deep breath in for me. Teresa, just stand a little over the side here. And let it relax. Nice. Good. And I'll show people here real quick. Pull this up. And I'll edit these too so it's a little easier to see, but. So here's our first one. It's not bad at all. It's actually pretty good, but you'll just see a slight bit of slumping here, a little bit in the head. And then if we go to the new one, it's actually quite good. So you'll see how much better he is in the upper back here. You'll also see how the head came up and back a lot versus there. You can see how that's all forward. Plus his whole body is pitched forward at about a 10-degree angle versus there. That's it. Nice.